Hi guys, today we're going to do something totally different. So, welcome to Craft and Quilt with Me Week. Today we're going to do some painting, some really simple painting. So, this will be fun. It's different than what we've ever done. And the reason is because I'm introducing something new. I will be launching a new subscription box next week. It is going to be a tier tray. It'll be fun. We're gonna do eggs. We got eggs and we got flowers. Anyway, we're going to put together a whole tier tray today while you watch. Now, I don't have a free pattern with this, but I just wanted you all to see how simple this can be. So back here we had some fabrics left over from the flower quilt, or sorry, the flower pillow that we made on our first day. So we're going to use up some of these fabrics so that they're not wasted, and we're going to use paint and we're going to use paper. So first thing, oh, let me just show you. We've got this cute little frame, and it comes with a backboard. So the first thing we're going to do is cut out a piece of paper. We're going to take this green paper right here, this little dot, and we're going to cut out a piece of paper the same size as this. And then we will also cut out this Every Bunny Welcome and follow the bunny. Follow the bunny. What does it say? Follow the bunny. He has the chocolate. So we're going to cut those out. And I've already pre-done it because I don't want you to wait for me. So first thing we're going to do is take that little piece of wood and this little piece of paper, and we're going to glue it on there. We're just going to use well, actually, we're not going to glue it on there because these frames are something we're going to use month after month, and we'll put separate things in. But what we are going to do is take this little bunny and we're going to glue it on the inside. So let me just quickly do that and show you how cute that is, and we'll put it in the frame. All right, we're just using some glue stick, some school glue. I like the purple. I use it on, as you've seen all week. I put it on all the quilts and everything. So, all right, we're just going to stick that in the center. So, here. And then we're going to stick it in the frame. I'm going to switch cameras on you so you can actually see it. Let's do that. Let's flip over here. All right. Now you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So I took the school glue and I glued on that back side, and I'm going to glue the corners down a little bit better. We're going to glue the corners because those want to lift. And then we're just going to stick it kind of in the middle of the paper so that there's a little bit, you can see a little bit of green around the edges here. Okay. Now, don't worry if you get some of that purple school glue because it will dry clear. Then all you have to do is stick that on your piece of wood. You stick it in the back of your frame. Sorry, I've got it off a little bit. All right, just sit it in the back of your frame and close it with these little tabs. And how cute is that? All done. All ready to go on your tier tray. It also comes with these little stands, and when you put it on your tray, you can just stand them right up. They'll be cute as can be. So our first piece is done. Now, how fast was that? It took us about, I don't know, 30 seconds. Okay, step one is done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to base paint some things. All right, so I like to do everything that's going to be one color. I like to do it all at once. So we're just going to do this little pile of pinks. I'm using a Lisa Pink today. It's called Lisa Pink, and it's a ceramic coat. And we're just going to knock these things out. So this is going to be really easy. So just you just go ahead and you can see how simple this is. So these tier trays are geared around beginners, intermediate, whatever. You don't have to sew to do level one. So level one will be painting and paper and gluing. So everything we do on the first level will be really simple and does not require a sewing machine. And you can see this does not have to be perfect. We're going to take a sandpaper to it anyway. And we're going to paint around the front, but we're just going to paint the edges. Just a little bit around the front edges, because we're going to sand that down too. You will want to paint the back and this all the sides. Okay. And then the back for sure, because the back is not going to have anything on it. But that other little piece of paper that we cut out, that is going to be on the other side of this. So I'm just going to sit this down. This is a little rubber mat that I've got. Okay, you can see how this tier tray kit is going to be really fun because this could be something you do as mother-daughter. Teenagers could do this. Um, I don't know, kids could do this. Should have taken my tags off. Let me get I got a tag on there. Let me get some tags off. That was silly of me to leave those tags on. Anyway, this could be done as a family project, or it could be done. Young teenagers could do this. Kids could do this. This first level is not going to require a sewing machine, so the tier tray will come in different levels. There will be basically easy and easier. It's not really going to be hard, but the second level will require a sewing machine because we're going to make a little pillow and a little carrot, and I'll show you that later on in the video. But for now, this is very easy, and you can see the hardest thing we're going to do is this. Base painting, anybody can do this. All right. I am going to paint this little pile all pink. This little pile is all going to be pink. Then I've got a little pile over here that's going to be this seafoam green. I've got a pile that's going to be palmetto green and a few in yellow. So I'm just going to do a little bit more base painting to show you how simple this is. And then I'm going to pause and I will get all the base painting done so that you don't have to watch me do this. But just keep in mind that next week, let's see, right now, what day? It's April. It's the first week in April. I'm not going to stop and look at a calendar. Next week, I will have these available on my website at hotchocolatequiltcompany.com. You'll be able to go over there and look at my clubs and subscriptions and and this will be available. And so the basic level again is no sewing. And then level one and level two, I'm not quite sure. There will be a great description. You'll be able to see it. But sewing and no sewing, basically. And this will be a little bit smaller, little bit less projects. The little bigger ones can have more projects. So that will be how that is set up. You can see how simple this is and how quick this is. All right. Pretty much anybody can paint. At least that's my opinion. Anybody can paint. We're really not going to do much harder than this. And the hardest part probably is getting inside inside these holes on these letters. So, all right, our pinks are almost finished. I'm gonna pause. I'll come back as soon as all of these are base painted, and then we'll do the next step. All right, where's my pause button? All right, you guys, before you go over, before you paint, um, there's another step I forgot to tell you about. So you're gonna take your little money, and you're gonna decide which side is up. Now this guy they have different, you can see this guy has some funky ears, and this guy's are the same, and this one, let's tip it down, he has, so they all three have different ears. So you're going to decide which way you want them up, and then you will go over to your fabric, and we're just going to pick one of these fabrics off my wall right here. We're just going to pick one of these fabrics, and then just going to take this fabric over and lay the bunny down on it. I guess I should have kept, I forget that camera doesn't work very well. Let me switch it back. Oh shoot. I should just not even show me. Then I wouldn't even have to do my hair. But you're gonna lay your bunny down and decide which side is up. And you're going to trace with a pen, and then you're just gonna cut your fabric out. And so what you're going to end up with is this. So there's my little bunny cut out. That one's a little hard to see. Let's do this one. So there's my bunny cut out, and it matches his ears. You can see how they match his ears. So you go cut those out and trace them before you paint, simply because you don't want to get a pen mark on your painted bunny. All right. I'm going to carry on. I've got almost all of the green painted. So blue is next. Okay. You can see this is really messy, but I'm going to show you. I'll show you how easy it is. I'm just going to go wash my hands as soon as I'm done with this yellow, I'm going to go wash my hands, and you'll see how quickly it cleans up. So you don't really need to worry about it. It's not like we're using oil we're just using acrylic. So it's not like house paint. House paint does not come off. But this comes off really easily. And so it's a pretty easy thing. You can even get it off your countertops. I'm using a rubber mat. It's gonna wash right off of that rubber mat. So the kind of paint we're using, not to worry too much about cleanup. Okay. I mean, if I were letting my kids do this, I would definitely put down these rubber mats. And today I've got it in my sewing space. That's why. When I let my grandbabies paint, I buy a roll of tablecloth cover from I get it from Hobby Lobby, and I just get a roll of tablecloth cover and roll it out. And then when they're done, I can just roll it up and toss it. I don't have any cleanup other than their hands. So just be aware it's really easy. Got a paint here that's really dry, so I'm adding some water to it. But you can see how quickly this is going. Maybe you can see I've got little finished things scattered all over the table. So I'm not sure. We'll see how long this video is. I'm not sure if I will do one full video with the sewing and the painting all in one, or if I will do another video tomorrow with the sewing part of this tier tray, part A and part B. We'll just see. We'll see how long this video goes and how much energy I have today after this. This is really fun. I actually haven't, to be honest, I haven't really painted a lot. I haven't painted a lot recently. I've dedicated all my time to quilting. and just thought this would be a fun thing to add to our craft and quilt week. Plus, I thought it would be fun to do a subscription box or a craft club with this in it, just something a little different. I know wood things are a little bit harder to find and get. I used to cut them out myself and sell the kits, and I've taught lessons on this, but I'll bet it's been 20 years since I have done any serious painting. But I just thought it'd be fun to bring it back out and just share with you. See if there's any interest, see if anybody's interested in learning this craft that's kind of coming back. And also have a little bit of sewing, some real basic sewing. We're going to make to go on this tier tray. So far, I have planned to do a little pillow and a carrot because they go with this Easter and spring theme. Now, the tier tray that I'll be selling next week will be a subscription. You can sign up for the monthly. You can skip a month if you want to. You can skip, you can pause, you can get every month, whatever you want. But this is an Easter theme that we're painting today, which Easter will be come and gone before we do the next box. So the next shipment goes out on the 15th. It'll be too late for Easter. So we'll have our May box ready to go. All right, couple more things on this. Couple more things, and the painting will be done. So couple little pieces. Now, if this hasn't convinced you, watch me just slap this paint on. If this hasn't convinced you of how easy this is, then maybe painting may not be for you, but and it is a stretch. It is a little bit far off from my regular quilting. But it is in the craft world and it's kind of fun to do more than one thing. So these are brand new paints. I just bought them a week ago and you can see how dry this yellow is. And I've just added a little bit of water and stirred it around. It's going on much, much better. So if you ever have paint that is just a little sticky, just add some water. Sometimes you just have to throw it away, but this is I don't know why this is dry, brand new. I can see some of my 20-year-old paint, some of that I went through and threw all of that away, but this is only about I purchased this a couple like 2 weeks ago. Wanted all new colors. It was time for all new colors, all spring colors. All right. That one almost done. All right, I'm going to show you how bad these hands are. I'm going to go clean them up and show you how easy that is, and then we'll get on to the next. Okay, so the pink should be dry by now. So we're going to take this block. We've just got this basic wooden block. And then remember the little paper you cut out, the follow the bunny, he has the chocolate. So what we're going to do, we've cut that the right size. We're just going to take some school glue, put it on the back. And this is so simple, you guys. It's almost ridiculous how simple it is, but how fun it is, right? You can make these cute. I mean, they are tier tray, but if you don't want to use it as a tier tray, it looks really cute, just put on a table or a mantle. And a lot of these will be holiday themed. Some will be just generic so that you can use them all year. So you see how simple that was. just glued that down. And then a little finishing step that's kind of helpful is I've got these sanding blocks and make sure and push that down good. I'm rushing things a little bit. Just push them down nice and tight. That glue, put a little pressure on it. That glue dries pretty quick. But I love these little sanding discs. When you're done, if your paper wasn't quite right, you just sand all the edges and it'll sand off your paper. It'll sand off the edges of um, your block and get any globs of paint that you may have missed. So you can see this little glob here. So I would just take that sanding thing, and yes, it's okay after you kind of want that little unfinished. I'm not sure you can even see it. Let me do it. Let me just do it a little more aggressively because this is how we finish them up anyway. Maybe I'm going to use my other one. It's got a little more coarse. It doesn't show up much on camera. Let me be rough. Okay, now you can see that there's a little bit of white showing on the edges, and that's what we want. That's the finish we want all the way around. Now that block is done. Isn't that so cute? So now you've got one piece finished. So, got some sanding on it. I'll have to wipe that off. Anyway, so that one's finished. Now we have the two finished. Look how cute these are going to be together. You got the Everybody welcome and follow the bunny because he has the chocolate. So those two are going to be really cute on your tier tray, on your mantle, or on a table. All right, so those are two things. Now let's work on same thing. Let's take this little pink bunny because it's dry. Oh, by the way, check out how clean. You thought that was going to ruin my fingernails, and it didn't. All that pink came right off so really quick and easy with just a little bit of soap. All right, we're going to take this little bunny, and this is cut out in fabric. And again, we're just going to glue stick. And this time I'm going to put glue stick on the wood simply because it just bunches up the fabric. Make sure you get it on the tips because and the edges because we don't want our fabric to lift. Of course, if it does, you know how easy it is. Just go back with your glue stick and just lay that on there. And you have time to adjust, okay? But again, you're just gonna have to put a little pressure on it. Just push it and rub it down while that glue dries. Okay, so that little bunny is just cute. And again, you can go and sand, and that will get rid of the little extra fabrics. It doesn't matter if you have frayed fabrics, it's okay, but how cute is that, right? It's gonna make it fray just a little bit, and that's kind of the look we're going for, just a little bit tattered, a little bit. Yep, okay, so there's that one. You can trim those off if you want. And then we're gonna just put a little bow on there. So let me get the little bows. Okay, we're gonna use some baker's twine, and this is a green baker's twine. It's pretty close to the green that we painted today, so I like to take a little bit extra, and it's easier to trim it up, so just gonna make a little bow out of the baker's twine. Put it off to the side a little bit. And then you can just kind of hold the center while you pull it to get the right size bow. If you want to tack it down a little, you can with glue gun. You don't really need to. And just snip off your edges. So that little bunny is done. Isn't he cute? So simple. All right, let's do the next two. We're gonna do a blue one. So again, Put glue on your bunny. Make sure that the ears have, hopefully this purple makes it so you can see the glue, how much I'm putting on. I mean, this glue is so inexpensive when if you buy it at the right time of the year. If you buy it, oh, maybe June, July, when all the school supplies come out at the school or at Walmart, I usually, this last time I think I bought 600 glue sticks. I know that's a little obsessive, but I go through a lot. Okay, put your stuff down there and we're gonna do, let's do a pink bow on this guy. Now, don't worry, you can see that there's purple glue. You can see the purple glue, but it will dry and you won't see it once it's dry. So don't think I've ruined it. I'm not terribly worried about it. So when you do, if you join the Tier Tray Club, you will receive all these little things. You'll get your baker's twine and you'll get, I had to cut that one. Sorry, I got a knot caught. When you do the tier tray, you will get like the baker's twine, the fabric, everything will come in your kit. Um, except the paints. And I think what I'll do is pick some colors that I'm going to use through the whole year. And if you want to buy that kit when you start, you can have that shipped with your first box. Some people have a lot of paint laying around and they don't want to worry about it. Others need it, and so there will be a starter kit available if you want to pick that. Okay, that one's really cute. I don't really like that. There's a fuzzy in that baker's twine. I don't really like that, but I'll fix it later. I won't make you watch me do that one again. All right, one more bunny to go. And we've got this cute little green one, and I painted him green, but I'm giving him this cute pink fabric. And this glue's gonna show through on this one too for now until it dries, but just because that fabric is so white. But we know it doesn't matter, so. All right. More heat from my hand. This time we're going to use blue baker's twine. All right, the next thing we're gonna need is probably a glue gun. Let's see. Let me just look around here. Okay. Got this, okay, so I've glued the fabric down and that I like to use school glue. When I glue wood to wood, I have to use a glue gun. So there we go. That's a cute little guy right there. You can see he's green and blue and he's got the cute fabric. And you can go ahead and do the sanding. I'm just not going to do that while you watch because I've already done it. All right, now I've got these two cute bloom flowers. And I've got I hope I did the right side, but I've got these cute little fabrics. Let's make sure that I get them in the right position before I put the glue on. Okay, so we're going to glue those down and then we're going to glue gun these centers in the middle. So, all right, we'll do that in just a second. I'll get the glue gun. Okay, so I glued that fabric down and we're just going to take a little bit of glue. You notice I didn't paint the back. I'm just going to take a little, you don't need a lot of glue. Just a little dot of glue and we're just going to press that in the center of those flowers. I know you're wondering what we're doing, but you're gonna love this when we're done. All right, there's those. And now we have a fun little, and a fun little add-on here. We're just gonna need a little tiny dot, just barely. And I probably should have used I probably should have used some tweezers, but I'm just gonna risk it. That's pretty close. Okay, look at that cute little ladybug on there. How cute is he? All right, so if you haven't realized yet, look at this. BLOOM. How cute is that? All right, we have a few more pieces to put on there. We're going to put let's see, should we do green? Um, oh, we're gonna do another ladybug. I'm gonna glue this ladybug right here on our B. Oh, nails make it hard. Should have done some tweezers, but we've got that. Okay, so we've got this. And now you can see I didn't even get my fabric on right, and look how cute it is. It's still cute, even with the paint showing up. That's really fun. Okay, and then we're gonna glue this little flower. I guess we're doing green. That's fine. Green goes great there. Okay, so we've got a flower, and it looks like there was supposed to be a little white dot. I think we're gonna put a button there. So let me grab have all these little buttons floating around right here on the table from our Monday project or our frog project or something. Maybe that was Tuesday. It's been a busy week trying to go live and do these every day. I'm kind of losing track of the days, but look how cute that is with the little button. Just finishes it right off. We're adding all of our little quilting things to our wood. Now, normally people do wood and people do fabric, but I decided to combine them both. I just feel like this just is the cutest little mix. And when it's on a paint table, you're not gonna love it as much. But when I show you the final picture and we've got it on the tier tray, it is so cute how cute these go together. All right, we have let's see, we have another, let me just move these. Let's just move these over because I need a little space for the next thing. Oh yeah, we've got this cute little snail. He's gonna be fun. Let's get the snail. Here he is, our little blue snail. And I painted his body blue because doesn't really matter. We're not gonna see it. We're gonna put this cute fabric right there. So back to the school blue. And then we're gonna do a flower. So we've got this cute flower to finish up. And so let's glue this wood piece down with glue gun. That on there, and then we'll get our school glue. This is such a fun little snail when we finish him up here. His shell looks so great. So hope I flipped my fabric right on that one. All right, so there's our fabric. And then this one comes with this little piece of vinyl that makes it really fun. So we're gonna just peel the back. I just peeled the back off of the vinyl and then just position it. You can see through that pretty good. All right, now we need something I'm just gonna use the back of a paintbrush, but usually I use a stylus but I don't have one. All right, I'm just rubbing that vinyl on. I don't know if you guys have used vinyl before. Maybe the plastic will work better. The lid of this might work better. I usually have this little plastic flat stylus. Actually, I use a little piece of plastic that comes with Pampered Chef's. When you buy those specials, what are they? For stone, those stone pizza trays, they come with a little plastic disc. I use those, so if you have one, it works the best. So what you want to do is rub it so that when you pull this up, your vinyl stays down. It'll work better if you have even a credit card will rub that on, but okay, check out how cute that is. Look at that cute little snail. So he's done too. Isn't he just the cutest? Oh my. Okay, so we've got a snail and some bunnies. The snail doesn't really go with the Easter theme, but he is so cute. I just had to have him. And what's really fun about this as a subscription box, you can kind of mix and match things. So I have another one that would go. Probably, probably in a spring set. Here's a little bit bigger one. Um, so these would maybe be in the spring or the May set. But I just thought they were so cute. I had to show you how simple some of these projects will be with the vinyl and with the fabric, and how simple they are and how quick anybody can put this decoration together. So, all right, let's see. I have some little leaves. Oh, I forgot the leaves on. I've got to go back to our bloom and add the leaves to the flower. I forgot to do that. So here's our little leaves. And I probably should have painted, you know what? Let's see. Let's switch that flower out. I just popped it off. I didn't want a green flower and green leaves. So we're going to add a green leaf there and a green leaf there. And then let's do a pink flower. And that will go right along with it. So there's our pink flower. Now let's look at it now that it's done. Oh, and now I need another, and it looks like I'm gonna need another button. So I'm sure there's one sitting right here by me. So I'll get another button and we'll stick it on that flower. Just need the littlest, tiniest little bit of glue for these buttons. Once it's cooled, you can get rid of those stringies, but all right, so bloom is done. I can't believe I forgot that cute little flower. All right. Have some little pieces laying around here. Let me figure out what they go to. Um, all right, so this one has some fabric and I forgot to cut it. So let's do, wonder how that would work. Is that gonna work? I'm sorry. Not sure if I like that color. I got paint on it. We might as well use it. Let's just use it. So this one didn't pre-cut. I'll just do it quickly while you watch. This one I'm going to fussy cut right out of the middle of that. Since I ruined that little square with paint anyway when I grabbed it off the wall, we might as well just use it, right? I'll make it pretty in a second. I'm just getting the rough size. All right, let's make that a little more circular. I don't know if it's the right side. Kind of looks like a kiwi. Do I want it to look like a kiwi? Maybe. Okay, let's glue that one down. Some glue. Yeah, it definitely looks like a kiwi. All right. And yep, you can see the glue in there, but it's okay. But look how cute that is. All right, this is two pieces, two totally different pieces. But when you sit it on your shelf, it sits like this and it's just cute as can be. There's different interchangeable flowers, different flowers and a little bit bigger tails on these leaves. There's lots of options. So those are fun. I have, let's see, two more two more eggs. So what we've got here is these two eggs, and I've painted just the edge of these, and we'll put fabric on them. So we just need to decide which fabric is going to look the best. And I really, really like this one. Does that go with our green? That one is fun. And maybe we need a stripe. Do we need a stripe? Okay, so we're going to use those. So I will trace those and cut them quickly. I won't make you wait. So I wanted to show you how I do that. So when I go to the fabric, I just trace around it with a pen. And then when I cut, I'm going to cut on the inside of the line so that the fabric doesn't show. That way, it will be just barely on the on the wood, and it won't be off. And let's do these before we glue them. So just get our glue again. You might be tired of watching me do this, but it just shows you again how simple this is. Okay. All right, we're almost done with this project. This is fun. That one I didn't cut very well, and you got a lot of glue showing, but it's okay. The glue's going away. We've already talked about that. So let's just glue this down. Make sure that's on straight. Let's see, okay. All right, now this one we're gonna do something fun. We've got these three little flowers left. So I need to put we're just gonna put a few buttons on, some more buttons. Little button here. Oops, that one's stuck. Let's just put it right there while we're at it. One flower. All right, this one is ready. Oh, you know what? I should have done something a little differently. Let's back up a second. We're gonna put a little piece of rickrack in there. Okay. Now we've got a flower. He needed a stem, so we're just gonna add teensy bit of glue gun. This needs glue gun. It won't hold with school glue. It's a little wiry, but all right, there's one stem. This one, let's see if I can lift it. Oh yeah, it's not set yet. Let's put that one under. It's almost set. Okay. Bring that one down. Let's just glue this one to the flower. Kind of off camera, aren't I? Let's get me back on camera. There we go. Glue the rickrack there. All righty. I probably would be a little more perfectionist if I wasn't having you guys wait while I do this. Rushing through it, it's a little sloppy, but sometimes it doesn't really matter. When we get the whole project done, It just looks cute. So, I, those need to be trimmed just a hair. And then I'm about ready to show you how it looks on a tier tray. I have a big tier tray. I really wish I had a smaller one. I might have to get one just for demo purposes. I'm gonna pull that up on the table after we put this last button on that I threw. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, we're gonna put this last button on right here because that just looks a little unfinished. Now pull the tier tray out and see how cute these look. I might have to put it in my chair and stack it so you can see it. Before I do that, I want to show you, the difference in thickness of these woods. So we've got the little thin wood here, the flowers and this big chunky wood. And then we've got this other thinness of wood that these things are in. So you can kind of see how you have all these different levels of thickness. And so that's something else that you can expect. There's one other thing. There's these really thin pieces of wood, and I'm going to show you how cute this is. This is just a teaser, something that we might do around the holidays. So let me just pull it apart a little. Okay, so this is a tag. And look how cute this is. So this is really thin wood. You can see really thin wood. Instead of using the acrylic paint, I painted everything with paint pens. It goes really quickly. You're just coloring, basically. You're coloring with a paint pen. So you can see I layered this with, it's a weird purple, but it works great when I'm done. And then you layer the next piece, and that's all colored, and I dumped them all. I hope I can remember what goes where. And then we've got this little guy's, um, we've got his beard, and then part of his hat. How cute he is. And we've got his mustache, and I did this in a metallic silver. This is kind of sloppy. I'm not going to make it line it all up so perfectly, but, and then there's this cute little piece that goes on the tag up here. And all these you would just glue gun on. A little bit of glue. And here's his nose. Put his nose on. And there's a little snowflake for his hat and a little spinny. Look how cute. Oh, there's one we forgot. Here, this is two pieces. Check this out. Two pieces. They come apart. Two little tiny pieces so that you can paint them separately, and then they drop. That one drops inside. And then that just goes right there. And once these are glued, they're not going to wobble around as much. But this is kind of a teaser for the holiday. There's some really cute gingerbread cookies. And anyway, just some other things. So there's all these different thickness options in the wood and different options as far as paint and finishing goes. That is really fun. So let's see. Let's see if we can, let's do this. All right, let's see. I'm going to bring this tier tray over, and it is big. I'm not sure it's going to fit where you can even see it. Let's see. Maybe I just put it in my chair. No, that's not going to work either. Let's just put it here. This'll be good enough. I'll tip my camera down. So if we were doing a tier tray, this is so dang cute how these would go. And it's not going to be perfect. My camera's not great. But we'll start with how, let's see. Put that one on its easel. And we have our little bunnies. Three little bunnies. How cute are those? And I'm just going to back up here in a minute and show you. Let's see. I'm not even sure. Anyway, let's see. How is that? Oh, that's going to work. Okay. B. Is it backwards? I can't tell. Where's the other O? O. Bloom. Look how darling that is. Now, I'll take pictures. I'll get some good stuff. But we've got all kinds of fun things that we've just created. This flower is cute as can be. The lighting's not great, as usual. And I'll take some photos and then you'll be able to see how darling these are in my tight little space. It's hard to show you everything. So I think for tonight, I will end here with the painting. And remember how much fun this was? I'll do the next video. I'll do part two of this and show you the sewing part that goes with it. And I'll have images for you with the finished product so you can see what we've done and how the fabric and the pillows and the carrot and everything goes together on a tier tray. Anyway, thanks for stopping in tonight. It was really fun to have you. Hey, if you are not on my email list, head over to hotchocolatequiltcompany.com. Yes, hotchocolatequiltcompany.com. A little pop-up's going to come up. Add your email and you'll be on my list. And then you will get a notification. You'll get an email next week when the subscription box for the tier tray goes live. Also, I have a new block of the month and a fun t-shirt club. So this one is available, but I have a new one coming. So anyway, catch the replay over here on YouTube. If you're on my email list, you'll get it in your email. And I'll see you on the next video. All right, thanks. Bye.